creativity is pretty fucking hard. Especially for me, I'm a person that gets distracted really easily by fucking what have you, anything. As you can tell by how staggered everything that I say is, this is just how I talk. It's very all over the place. I find it very difficult to stay on topic because there's just a lot of shit to talk about that's interesting. The fucking camera is just going in and out of focus. I guess you just fucking deal with that, whatever. Yesterday I was in a real slump. I mean, I've been in a bit of a slump, but especially yesterday, I did the same thing that I do every day. Just wake up, go for a run, then fucking have something to eat, and then after that, the day is just like, what is there to do, you know? I might watch something, fucking for no reason, something I don't really want to watch. I might just sit there and refresh YouTube until something shows up that seems interesting. That's the extent of it. Whenever I'm not feeling stimulated creatively, which was, I mean, not to say that there wasn't stuff that I wanted to do. I wanted to record music. I wanted to fucking make what I'm making right now. But it's just that feeling of like, something about it is very intimidating, but not in like the normal way that something is intimidating. Like, not where it's like, oh, you know, I'm about to fucking take a test, or I'm about to go on a plane or something like that. Well, at least that's intimidating for me, but it's not like that. It's more just like, it takes so much effort to overcome this feeling of just like borderline apathy, where you have all these things that you can do and you have all these ways that you could get some satisfaction from what you're doing, and then there's just this little overriding feeling where you're just like, but I don't want to. And it's very tough to overcome that, especially on a day where like my day was pretty much defined by that, I guess. I spent the whole time just like fucking doing nothing in here. Literally, it was just mindless. I tried 3 different times to make a song and it didn't work out, and it just got more and more frustrating because it didn't fit what I was going for. I don't know. And then I thought, oh, you know, I could write something. My mind hasn't been on writing lately. It's been more on music and filming and stuff like that. But I usually write stuff. I've been writing stuff for my entire life. And I was like, oh, you know, I could start a new like story or something maybe. But I didn't fucking want to do that either. It's just like, when there's so many things you can do, how do you know that what you're doing is the right thing, if there's even a right thing? How do you know that, you know, you have to commit to something? And for me to commit to writing something, like, what if I spent my time doing it and it didn't pan out, and then it was just like, well, fuck, I've wasted, like 2 hours of my life? Not that 2 hours is a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but it's like, it matters when you're in a slump like that what you're doing is really worth it. And there's always the risk that it isn't, which is the hardest thing to overcome for me about anything creative. You know, I work on a basis where I'm either feeling that, or I'm feeling like everything clicks and it's just go, and then I fucking spend the next like 10 hours making something, whatever it is, like just 10 hours straight. And then when it's done, it's like, fuck yeah, give me a little bit of that serotonin, and then eventually it'll go away, and it's like, well, what do I do now? And it's just rinse and repeat. And that's what's so fucking difficult about this, because like, I have to be in here for the next foreseeable future, because people who are close to me who've had brushes with the fucking bubonic plague, or whatever it's called. It's rough when I function the best when I'm quite busy, and the moments that I get to be creative are they feel like kind of rewarding almost. They feel like rewards for how busy I've been. But now, the only thing that I do at this time is run, and then the rest of the day I have the entire day to either do something productive creatively or feel bad about not doing something productive creatively, and it's pretty fucking, it's pretty harsh. Yeah, I end up staying up pretty fucking late. I'm a dude who has insomnia sometimes, so I'm a man who usually goes to bed at like 11:30 or something. But you know, since I started doing this, I haven't been going to bed until like 2 in the morning, because I either feel anxious or I feel like that's when I'm at my best creatively. Things just feel different at like 1 a.m. Everything's like a lot nicer and quieter, and it's kind of comforting. Bit sleep deprived, but there you have it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing my best to stick it out. Hopefully the things that I do come up with won't be too few and far between. Everything that I've been doing has been offset by like this sort of existential dread, but not really in the way that you would usually think about it, I guess. Not really like that. It's more just, fuck, like I'm in my early 20s. This is like the time that fucking everyone wishes they were at. Your early to mid 20s, where you're just like, you're finding yourself, you're finding like where you fit in, what you can offer to yourself and to others and just society. It's very freeing to be in that position. It of course is quite daunting because it's very uncertain, and uncertainty is basically like what fear is. It's like what it's the unknown, but at the same time it's very freeing to be able to just try all this different shit and like see what you enjoy and see what works for you and what works for the people who are receiving what you're doing, especially for a creative person. Yeah, but it's raining outside and there's a little pitter patter on the roof, which is pretty nice.